This episode is brought to you by Vital Farms. Isn't it bullshit to have to question where your food comes from? At Vital Farms, you can trace your pasture-raised eggs all the way back to the source, the pasture. On the side of each pasture-raised carton of eggs, you'll find the name of the farm where your eggs were laid. And when you look the farm up on their website, you'll get a peek at all the sunshine, fresh air, and open space the hens enjoy. Learn more and find out where to buy them at vitalfarms.com. Vital Farms, keeping it bullshit-free.
Welcome to Daily Leadership Lessons, where we explore the principles, practices, and habits of successful leaders. Each day, we will delve into a new topic that will inspire you to become a better leader. From communication skills to emotional intelligence, from building trust to creating a vision, we will cover it all. Join us on this journey of self-discovery and growth. Let's learn together how to lead with purpose, passion, and clarity.
Embracing vulnerability, cultivating a culture of openness and growth in leadership. In today's rapidly changing and complex work environments, leaders must recognize the importance of fostering psychological safety to drive innovation, collaboration, and ultimately, organizational success. One key element in creating such an environment is cultivating a culture of vulnerability. By creating an environment of psychological safety, trust, and support, leaders can unlock the transformative power of vulnerability, leading to enhanced collaboration, innovation, and personal growth. In this article, I will explore practical strategies for leaders to nurture vulnerability within their teams, including establishing psychological safety, leading by example, cultivating trust, and celebrating vulnerability. By implementing these approaches, leaders can create a culture where team members feel empowered to embrace vulnerability, share their struggles, and ultimately thrive in their personal and professional lives. Creating a culture of vulnerability, a pathway to psychological safety. When leaders embrace and model vulnerability, they create a safe space where individuals feel encouraged to be their authentic selves, take risks, and contribute meaningfully. Below, I explore the significance of vulnerability in leadership, provide practical examples of how to lead by example, and discuss the transformative impact it can have on your workplace. Leading by example. To set the tone for vulnerability in the workplace, leaders must lead by example. By demonstrating vulnerability and authenticity, leaders create an environment where others feel empowered to do the same. One effective approach is to openly share personal struggles and challenges. By being honest about your own difficulties, you foster a sense of relatability and trust with your team. This transparency not only humanizes you as a leader, but also encourages others to feel comfortable sharing their own vulnerabilities. For instance, let's say you are facing a challenging project. Instead of masking your struggles, openly acknowledge the difficulties and seek support from your team. By demonstrating that it is acceptable to ask for help, you not only foster a collaborative culture, but also empower others to seek assistance when needed. Similarly, if you are dealing with personal issues impacting your well-being, being honest about it can help create understanding and empathy within the team. Standing up for values and beliefs. Another way leaders can model vulnerability is by standing up for their values and beliefs in difficult moments. This can involve challenging the status quo, questioning groupthink, and offering alternative perspectives. By doing so, leaders create an environment that values diverse viewpoints and fosters intellectual curiosity. For example, imagine you are in a meeting where everyone seems to be in agreement, but you hold a different perspective. Instead of remaining silent, speak up and share your thoughts respectfully. By demonstrating the courage to challenge the prevailing consensus, you encourage others to do the same. This not only enhances critical thinking, but also creates a culture where healthy debate is welcomed and valued. Small actions with big impact. Leading by example doesn't always require grand gestures. Even small, everyday actions can have a profound impact on fostering vulnerability in the workplace. Taking care of your mental health is crucial, and leaders should prioritize self-care openly. By modeling the importance of well-being, leaders create an environment that supports work-life balance and acknowledges the challenges individuals face beyond work. For instance, take a mental health day when needed and communicate the reason to your team. This demonstrates that it is acceptable to prioritize personal well-being and encourages others to do the same. Similarly, openly addressing the fatigue associated with video conferences and taking breaks during long meetings can help alleviate stress and promote a culture of self-care. Creating a psychologically safe work environment requires leaders to cultivate a culture of vulnerability. By leading by example, standing up for values and beliefs, and taking small actions that prioritize well-being, leaders can build an inclusive workplace where individuals feel safe to be their authentic selves. Through vulnerability, leaders empower their teams to take creative risks, share perspectives without fear of consequences, and make valuable contributions. As emerging leaders, it is up to you to set the tone for your workplace and celebrate vulnerability as a catalyst for growth and innovation. Remember, true leadership is not about having all the answers, but about creating an environment that encourages others to bring their unique talents, ideas, and perspectives to the table. Embrace vulnerability and watch as your organization thrives in an environment of trust, inclusion, and authenticity. Encouraging team members to share struggles. To cultivate a culture of vulnerability within a team, leaders must actively encourage and create a safe space for team members to embrace vulnerability and share their struggles. By fostering an environment that values authenticity and open communication, leaders can empower their team members to express their challenges, seek support, and collaborate more effectively. Below are practical strategies that leaders can employ to encourage team members to embrace vulnerability and share their own struggles. Establish psychological safety. Psychological safety is the foundation upon which a culture of vulnerability can flourish. As a leader, it is crucial to create an environment where team members feel safe to express their thoughts, ideas, and struggles without fear of judgment or negative consequences. Encourage open dialogue, active listening, and respect for diverse perspectives. Lead by example. Leaders play a vital role in modeling vulnerability and setting the tone for the team. By openly sharing their own struggles and challenges, leaders demonstrate that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. When team members witness their leaders embracing vulnerability, it creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to do the same. Cultivate trust. Building trust is essential for creating an environment where team members feel comfortable sharing their struggles. Foster trust by being reliable, transparent, and supportive. Demonstrate empathy and understanding when team members open up about their challenges. Avoid judgment and focus on providing guidance and assistance. Encourage personal connections. Create opportunities for team members to develop personal connections beyond their professional roles. Encourage team-building activities, social events, or even informal coffee chats. By fostering personal connections, team members feel more comfortable sharing their struggles within a supportive network. Promote active listening. As a leader, practice active listening when team members share their struggles. Provide a safe and non-judgmental space where they can express themselves fully. Avoid interrupting or dismissing their concerns. Reflect back on what they have shared to show that you genuinely understand and value their perspectives.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.
Provide resources and support. Ensure that team members have access to the necessary resources and support systems. Offer coaching, mentoring, or counseling services if available. Encourage team members to seek help when needed and provide guidance on available resources. By demonstrating support, leaders create an environment where seeking assistance is perceived positively. Celebrate vulnerability, acknowledge, and celebrate instances where team members demonstrate vulnerability. Publicly recognize and appreciate their courage in sharing their struggles. By celebrating vulnerability, leaders reinforce the idea that it is a valuable and admired trait within the team. Foster a growth mindset. Encourage a growth mindset within the team, emphasizing that struggles and challenges are opportunities for learning and growth. Create a culture that embraces mistakes as learning experiences. Encourage team members to reflect on their struggles, share lessons learned, and collaborate on finding solutions. Leaders play a crucial role in encouraging team members to embrace vulnerability and share their struggles. By establishing psychological safety, leading by example, cultivating trust, promoting personal connections, practicing active listening, providing resources and support, celebrating vulnerability, and fostering a growth mindset, leaders create an environment where team members feel empowered to express their challenges openly. Embracing vulnerability leads to increased trust, collaboration, and ultimately, improved team performance and well-being. Remember, as a leader, your role is not to solve every problem, but to create the conditions for your team members to thrive. By encouraging vulnerability, you unlock the potential for personal and professional growth, fostering a culture of openness and authenticity within your team. Examples for leaders to foster a culture of openness. Celebrating vulnerability is an essential aspect of nurturing a culture where team members feel safe and encouraged to share their struggles. As a leader, it is crucial to recognize and acknowledge the courage it takes for individuals to be vulnerable. By celebrating vulnerability, leaders reinforce its value and create an environment where authenticity and openness are embraced. Below are specific examples of how leaders can celebrate vulnerability within their teams. Public recognition. When team members demonstrate vulnerability by sharing their struggles, leaders can publicly recognize and appreciate their courage. During team meetings or through internal communication channels, highlight instances where individuals have opened up and shared their challenges. Express appreciation for their honesty and willingness to be vulnerable. This public recognition not only validates their efforts, but also encourages others to follow suit. Storytelling and testimonials. Leaders can use the power of storytelling and testimonials to celebrate vulnerability. Encourage team members who have overcome personal or professional challenges to share their stories. This can be done through newsletters, internet platforms, or team meetings. By showcasing these stories, leaders highlight the strength, resilience, and growth that can come from embracing vulnerability. It also provides inspiration and support to others who may be facing similar struggles. Learning and development opportunities. Organize workshops, training sessions, or guest speaker events focused on the theme of vulnerability. Invite experts or individuals who have experienced personal growth through vulnerability to share their insights and experiences. By providing these learning opportunities, leaders demonstrate their commitment to fostering a culture that values vulnerability and personal growth. It also equips team members with tools and strategies to navigate their own vulnerabilities effectively. Team building activities. Incorporate team building activities that encourage vulnerability and openness. For example, organize team building exercises, where individuals share personal experiences or challenges they have faced. This can create a sense of connection and empathy among team members. It also reinforces the idea that vulnerability is not only accepted, but celebrated within the team. Feedback and appreciation: when team members demonstrate vulnerability in their work or contribute innovative ideas stemming from their open and authentic mindset, leaders should provide specific feedback and appreciation. Recognize their contributions and highlight the positive impact their vulnerability has had on the team or organization. This reinforces the value of vulnerability and encourages individuals to continue embracing it. Encouraging collaboration and support: leaders can create opportunities for team members to collaborate and support one another in their vulnerable moments. For example, establish mentoring or buddy systems where more experienced team members can provide guidance and support to those who may be struggling. By facilitating these connections, leaders foster a supportive environment where vulnerability is met with empathy and understanding. Incorporating vulnerability in performance evaluations: when conducting performance evaluations, leaders can include an assessment of how team members have embraced vulnerability and shared their struggles. This sends a clear message that vulnerability is not only valued, but also an important aspect of personal and professional growth. By incorporating vulnerability into evaluations, leaders create accountability and encourage team members to continuously develop their capacity for openness. Celebrating vulnerability is a vital component of fostering a culture where team members feel empowered to share their struggles. By publicly recognizing and appreciating vulnerability, sharing stories and testimonials, providing learning opportunities, organizing team-building activities, offering feedback and support, and incorporating vulnerability in performance evaluations, leaders create an environment that embraces authenticity and openness. Celebrating vulnerability not only strengthens trust and collaboration, but also encourages personal and professional growth within the team. Remember, as a leader, your role is to create an environment where vulnerability is celebrated and valued, allowing individuals to bring their whole selves to work and contribute their best. Embrace vulnerability as a catalyst for growth, innovation, and meaningful connections within your team. Conclusion: as leaders, it is our responsibility to create the conditions for our teams to flourish. By fostering a culture that celebrates vulnerability, we unlock the potential for deeper connections, increased trust, and enhanced performance. Through the establishment of psychological safety, leading by example, and providing support and resources, we create an environment where team members feel safe to share their struggles and seek assistance. By celebrating vulnerability through public recognition, storytelling, and incorporating it into performance evaluations, we reinforce the value of openness and authenticity. Embracing vulnerability as a leader is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength and resilience. By nurturing vulnerability within our teams, we pave the way for growth, collaboration, and meaningful success for all. Let us embark on this journey together as leaders who inspire and empower our teams through the power of vulnerability.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Daily Leadership Lessons. Please share with your colleagues and friends, and please join us again for our next Daily Leadership Lesson. We wish you a productive, effective, and fulfilling day